Hi everyone. So in the previous session we have created the VCN and all the corresponding components for that particular VCN. In this particular session we are going to create the Cloud Manager compute instance from the marketplace. So for that what we need to do is we need to go to this marketplace, create or click this or application, all application. Select Oracle EBS Cloud Manager application. Right, so this is the one. And select the version what you want. So this is the 22.2 which I mentioned. Compartment is our Cloud Manager compartment. Select your Cloud Manager compartment. I have read the instructions, but before that let me check if at all I did yeah, especially I want to check the EBS compartment, yeah, which is good, right? 22.1x. So now what you do, you say launch, right, and give the name as EBS compute instance, e-business e-business cloud manager, right? Right, you can give it the name and placement, let it select eligible here. Oh, this is too poor for them, so make it 16 GB RAM. So click it, edit, and change the shape, at least go for 16. The next one, E3 flex with 16. So yeah, 16 GB should be fine. The network also we need to change. We need to select the network compartment, which is good. So here we need to select the eBusiness CM subnet because we are going to create in this compartment, right? But before that I just want to make ensure what you did is correct or not, because we cannot be so much overconfidence. Select the VCN, right? Look, this looks good, right? Looks good. So upload the public key. I have a public key which I use for almost all the projects, right? That's all. So these are the details you provide, and you say create compute instance. So it takes a couple of minutes to do the provisioning. So once it is completed, why not we connect and perform the activities. So let me mute the session. So the instance is been created. So now how to log into this particular instance? So what you have to do is you have to select the IP, go to PuTTY, and browse wherever is your SSH key, and there you go, you just open it up. So this is the way how you log into the your compute instance, right? So I used a software called mremote ng. It is much better software. So I already logged in, and now I connect to sudo su oracle and follow the steps what to be done. So I have provided all the steps how to log in, everything. Now we need to create I need to do few steps as OPC user as mentioned in the documentation. So I exit it, and yeah, I am already an OPC user. So first should be creating the PEM key. So for that I create this directory and generate a private key without a passphrase. So these are the steps to be done, right? And then change the permissions on that. Right, you can generate the public key by running this particular command. Right, so this is the public key what we need. So now what you have to do, take this public key and upload to two users, your John Smith user, and the network user. So to both of the users we need to just upload it. So I'll just tell you share the steps what to be done. So for that you need to connect to users. So go to the admin console, right? Select the users and select your network, both to the two users you need to add. So select your network admin user, right? Network admin user, and go to this API keys, assign the API key. Right, so this is the first one. What you need to do, close it. So next, for the John Smith user, go to this API keys, add and paste the public key. So two users, we just have to add it. So far so good, right? And also we have to change the permissions on this particular, for that the PEM key. We have done it. If you see the contents of the PEM key, okay, we need to connect as Oracle user to see that. Right, adding to the users, that is fine. Network admin also we have to add that. We are completed. So now we need to create a load balancer. So in the 30 days account you can only create one load balancer. So I will just show you. Already the load balancer has been created. So you go to networking and click the load balancer. Right, already I have one load balancer, which is only one load balancer we can create. So what I can do is I can just go through the steps how you create a load balancer. Okay, so here you go. So if you see, already it tells you that limits are exceeded. Okay, but we can go through the screenshot. So you can, in a 30 days account you can only create one load balancer. In a real-time account, yes, you may have to, you can create. So click the load balancer, and so then you select, give a name called e-business load balancer. Right, here we will go through, follow the steps, select the, change the compartment to the network compartment. So then your VCN will come, change your network compartment, select your VCN will come, right? And right, you go to the next screen. I don't think you already been allocated, yeah, because see, it is giving a message. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we have to select the load balancer 1 and load balancer 2. Yes, this is correct, and we'll go to the next screen. Yes, so okay, at least I can go through the screenshots. It is accepted it. Just let me go to previous and repeat what are the steps we have done. So give the name, and yeah, you have to select the the correct compartment, the network compartment, and load balancer 1 and load balancer 2. Just say next. Just take the defaults one, no need to change. Select the HTTP only, no problem for the time being. If you use SSL, you need to provide a certificate. So currently we don't have a certificate, so just take the, what are the basics, and make it, for the time being you make it HTTP. Later on we can configure HTTPS. That's all. So these are the steps how you can create a load balancer. I have already created the load balancer. Right, so the load balancer will be created for you, right? So now we need to collect the user and tenancy OCID details. So in order to collect the OCID of the tenancy, you have to go to governance administration, go to tenancy, and show and copy that. So collect it and keep it. So open a notepad. So tenancy OCID, and also the user OCID details also we can collect, but that details will be there in this OCI PEM key. Let me see, just a minute. Oops, so let me log in as Oracle user. Right, log in as Oracle user, and I just want to see what is there in this PEM key. It has only the private key which is available, so you can get it from the front end. How do you get it? So what you do, you go here, select the user, So for that you need to go to the admin console. So the navigation may take some time, but with practice you can get it. Select the user, right? You select the your user, John Smith user, right? And go to the particular user and say copy this user OCID, collect it, right? So we collected this information, tenancy user and all this. So absolute path we can copy it and keep it for us our handy, because we need to run in we need to use this in the next statement. So we have collected all this information. So the next one is we need to run the Oracle EBS Cloud Manager to configure the script for the first time. So that we are going to see in the next session. So in this particular session we have created a compute instance using the image, the Cloud Manager, and perform few activities. At the end we collected the OCID of the user and the tenancy OCID, right? And also we have created a PEM key, right? And also added that PEM key, the public key, to the particular user, both users, to the network user and the Cloud Manager user. So thanks for watching.